We are bearing witness to the most corrupt presidency in the history of this country. First, Trump had the audacity to file a lawsuit to get the federal government that he controls, to fork over $10 million after a former IRS contractor leaked his confidential tax returns to members of the media. Representing the other side of this litigation battle on behalf of the federal government is, lo and behold, Trump's private attorney, Todd Blanche, who Trump recently promoted to serve as his acting attorney general. That's the same Todd Blanche who should have recused himself from having anything to do with Trump's lawsuit against the government because of his own obvious conflict of interest, having represented Trump in Trump's New York criminal hush money trial, in which Trump was convicted of 34 felony counts of filing false business records to conceal his 2016 payment to an adult film star. But that's not the way things work under the Trump criminal regime. Instead, Blanche and the Department of Justice agreed to a settlement, creating a $1.8 billion slush fund. A slush fund to dole out money to Trump's special allies and friends who claim that they were unfairly targeted by previous administrations. And who exactly decides who gets this money from this slush fund that is funding with your money, taxpayers' money? Well, the power goes to 5 commissioners appointed by the Attorney General. That's Todd Blanche. And Trump has the authority to fire any of these commissioners at his own discretion whenever he disagrees with them. Expected recipients of all this cash are the January 6th conspirators who are convicted and sentenced, many of them to prison, for invading the United States Capitol to stop the certification of the presidential election that Trump lost and assaulting police officers. So what's the big deal? Trump isn't getting the money. There's nothing in this for Trump. Wrong. The government quietly, sneakily added a one-page document signed by none other than Todd Blanche, one day after the initial settlement agreement was signed by someone else. That one-page document says the government is forever barred and precluded from prosecuting or pursuing all claims, all examinations arising from Trump matters pending before the IRS, including examinations involving tax returns, income that has been put in any of their tax returns filed by Trump, his sons, or his family trusts and companies. David Werfel, a former IRS commissioner, said he was unaware of any instances where the IRS agreed in advance to permanently forego examination of previously filed tax returns for a specific person or business. He added that whether you are a president or Joe the plumber, people expect the same tax rules and enforcement framework to apply to everybody. But that is not Trump's vision of America. Like the autocrats and dictators from North Korea, Russia, China, Trump has always viewed himself as entitled to play by his own rules and to enrich himself on the backs of others. That's the way he has always operated his entire life. And unfortunately for this country, that is the way he is continuing to operate. It's got to stop. The courts have got to finally say enough.